Hello, everybody. Welcome to the series Talk 8 of our Bharatiya Stotra Bodha. So today we are delighted to have our keynote speaker, Dr. Padmashri Yogamaya, and she's an assistant professor and she's in the PG teaching department of Veda at Sri Jagannath Sanskrit Vishwavidyalaya in Sri Vihar, Puri, Orissa. And we have a very exciting theme talk of the Jagannath Ashtakam that we're very much looking forward to with some stotras also we will begin with. And so let's start the program with Veda Kusmanjali. Vasan sir, please go ahead.
Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Badram Karnevi Shunuyama Deva Badram Pashye Makshabir Yajatra Sthirai Rangai Stustavagum Sastanubihi Vashema Deva Hitan Yadayuho Sastina Indro Vruddhasrabha Sastina Pusha Vishwavedah स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ अग्ने नया सुपथाराये अस्मान् विश्वानि देव वयुनानि विद्वान् योयोध्यस्म जुहुराणमेनो भूयिष्ठान्ते नममुक्तिं विधेम Om Shanti 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 Om Brahman Brahmano Brahmavattasi Jayatam Arashtre Rajanyah Shura Ishavyo Ativyadhi Maharatho Jayatam Dogdri Dhenuhu Bodhanadvan Asusaptihi Purandir Yosha जिष्णोरतेष्टाः सभेयो युवा अस्य यजमानस्य वीरो जायताम् निकामे निकामेनः पर्जन्यो न वर्षतो फलवत्यो न वोषधयः पच्यन्ताम् योगक्षेमो नः कल्पेताम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि वाक् प्राणश्चक्षुः श्रोत्रमतो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम् अहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम् मा ब्रह्म निराकरोतु अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं मे अस्तु तदात्मनि निरते य उपनिषत्सु धर्माः ते मयि सन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ तत्सत्
Very good. Now I'll play a stotram.
Namaste, Mama Nama Shriya. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Jagannatha Swamine Namaha Jagannatashtakam Shankarakritam Kadachit Kalinda Tata Vipina Sankita Taralo Budabhirinari Vadana Kamala Swada Madupaha Rama Shambho Brahma Amarapati Ganesha Chitapado Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume Puje Savye Venum Shirasi Siki Pincham Katitate तुकूलं नेत्रन्ते सहचर कटाक्षं विदधते सदा श्रीमद्बृन्दावन वसितिलीलपरिचयो जगन्नाथस्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे महाम्बोधे स्थिरे कनकरुचिरे नीलशिखिरे वसन् प्रसादन्त सहजबलभद्रेण बलिनां सुभद्रमध्यस्थ सकलसुरसेव अवसरदो जगन्नाथस्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे कृपापारवार सजलजलदश्रेणिरुचिरो रमावाणि रामः स्फुरदमलपङ्केरुहमुखः सुरेन्द्रैराराध्य श्रुतिगणशिख गीतचरितो जगन्नाथस्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे राधारुदो गच्छान् पतिमिलिता भूदेव पतलैः स्तुतिप्रादुर्भावं प्रतिपदम् उपकर्ण्य सदयः तया सिन्धुबन्धुः सकलजगता सिन्धुसुतया जगन्नाथस्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे परब्रह्मा पीडाकुवलयदलोत्फुल्लः नयनो निवासी नीलाद्रो निहितचरणो अनन्तशिरसि रसानन्दो राधसरस वपुरलिङ्गिनासुको जगन्नाथस्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे न वैयच्ये राज्यं न च कनकं माणिक्यविभवं न यच्येयं राम्यं सकलजनकम्यं वरवधूं सदा काले काले प्रमथ पठिनगीतचरितो जगन्नाथस्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे हरत्वं संसारं दुतार असरं सुरपते हरत्वं पापन्नं वितितिं पारं यदवपटे अहो दीनानान्ते निहितचरणो निष्ठितमिदं जगन्नाथस्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे जगन्नाथाष्टकं पुण्यं यः पठेत् प्रत्यशुचि सर्वपापविशुद्धात्मा विष्णुलोकं स गच्छति.
That's excellent. So I will also put one more stotram by Anish.
Hello, my name is Anish Kalyam. I'm in middle school in the 7th grade. Today I'll be reciting a few slokams from the Mukunda Mala Stotram. Mukunda Mala Stotram is composed by a great devotee of Sri Krishna Bhagavan by name of Guru Sekar Alvar. He is one of the most powerful devotees of Lord Vishnu. He is one among the Alvars. Here is the prayer for victory of Sri Krishna and prayer for the blessings of the deity on us all. Jayatu Jayatu Devo Devaki Nandano Yam Jayatu Jayatu Krishno Vrishni Vamsa Pradipaha Jayatu Jayatu Meghashyamala Komalango Jayatu Jayatu Prithvi Varanaso Mukundaha Tattvam Prasida Bhagavan Kuru Mayanate Vishnu Kripam Parama Karunika Kilatvam Samsara Sagara Nimagna Ananta Dinam Uddhartu Marhasi Hare Purushottamosi Ananta Vaikunta Mukunda Krishna Govinda Damodara Madhaveti Vaktum Samartopi Na Vakti Kashita Oho Janana Vyasana Vimukyam Shilasagar Taranga Shikara Sara Tarankita Charu Murtaye Bogi Boga Shayaneya Saine Madhavaya Madhu Vidvishe Namaha Om Tatsatu.
With that, I request Dr. Prabhakar, my father, to introduce the speaker and the topic for the day. Nana, you have to unmute.
Welcome to each and everybody who have joined, who are likely to join, who think to join, etc. But it is an occasion when we are all thinking of Jagannatha, who is the common overlord of all deities in the world. It's only Ekam Parabrahma. And that Parabrahma, we are just trying to know, especially from the composition made by Shankaracharya regarding Jagannatha, and I observe that Jagannatha Swami is all over famous, and more so in the Orissa Rastram. And so we have an opportunity to listen to the grandeur, message and bodha from the Jagannath Ashtakam containing only 8 slokas, and whoever recites all these slokas, they will be getting rid of the samsara bandhas and they will go straight to the Vishnu Lokam, Paralokam and all that. Apart from all that, we got a lot of wisdom in that. And to enlighten us, and on this we have today a powerful speaker, and by name Paramba Yogamaya. I happened to meet her when I visited Bhubaneswar, some conference, a number of times there, and then paying respects for our Vedadhyana Kendra. She also came to Bangalore, participated in the Vedadhyana Kendra annual day celebrations, and she presented a paper upon the Prana Shakti, because she is a researcher very much in the Prana Shakti, because by name she has been given the name by her parents, as they don't simply stop with the Paramba, and Yogamaya also added to her name. So Paramba Yogamaya means completely Adishakti Swarupini is represented in the personality and all that. So it's really delightful for us to know. And she is doing, her biodata also runs too long, but she's still young, has lot of time and scope and opportunities to improve and to share her knowledge and enlighten and inspire so many people. And already she's member of so many organizations, and she is presenting papers in seminars, international conferences. So not simply teaching in the department the Sanskrit language, but she is also doing a lot of research and other things. Therefore, today we are all very much delighted and fortunate to have Paramba Yogamaya as the speaker, keynote speaker, and we listened to her about Jagannatha Swami. And it's almost the details could be, some more details could be had from the Bhagavatam. And the same Bhagavatam has been abridged by Narayaniyam, that Bhattatiri, and also my Guru Medavaram Subramanya Sastri. His 700 books, 700 slokas, Saptasati has been released also physically yesterday, this morning in India. And we have all that Krishna today completely remembered, and we pay our respects and namaskarams to Lord Krishna. And added to that, we have the Sriya, who is learning Bhagavad Gita from us, a sincere student. She has recited the Jagannatha Ashtakam very beautifully. Compliments and blessings to her. And my grandson, that Anish, he brought Mukunda also into picture, because Mukunda, Madhava, Jagannatha, they are all great achievement names of Lord Vishnu, the Mula Ram, Mula Purusha, Mula Virat. And after all this kind of a delightful opening, inauguration of the program, and I should thank also this Anjaneya Prasad, who is a computer engineering in the university. And we are going to have also some kind of remarks, some kind of thoughts from K.S. Bhatt, who is a research development manager and engineer for Swastomani. And last time he spoke on Aditya Hridayam, which was receiving many more attention of many more people. And then we have got Nandanandan, who is also offering. So this is the kind of set of whole program for this day. And now I request, not talking much about Jagannatha, we are very eager to know about Jagannatha from the mouth or from the mind or from the work of Paramba Yogamaya professor. Now I welcome her and welcome you all, please.
नीलाद्रौ शङ्खमध्ये शतदलकमले रत्नसिंहासनस्थं नानालङ्कारयुक्तं नवघनरुचिरं संयुतं चाग्रजेन भद्राया रथचरणयुतं ब्रह्मरुद्रेन्द्रवन्द्यम् वेदानां सारमेशं स्वजनपरिवृतं ब्रह्मदारुं स्मरामि ब्रह्मदारुं स्मरामि ब्रह्मदारुं स्मरामि. My reverence, my pranamas under the lotus feet of Lord Jagannatha, Balabhadra and Devi Subhadra. And here my pranamas to all the divine souls, Guruji, Professor Prabhakar Shah, and the learned scholars, K.S. Bhatt sir, Prasad sir, and the who has chanted the Veda. Pranamas to all of you and the little childs. They are the most purified form of Lord who has recited Jagannatha Ashtakam and Mukunda Ashtakam. Anis and Sriya. Yes. Now it's the blissful wish of Lord Jagannatha, and it is revealed through Professor Kalyam Prabhakar sir. Then he has sent a message. I should go deep and deep to, and with his mercy only, I am able to speak something about his stories, and which is composed by Acharya Adi Jagat Guru Adi Sankaracharya. And what a beautiful, it is in Sikharini meter. First of all, I am going to share the slides, and we will go through the slides.
Dr. Madam, are you switching on your camera also?
I don't know. From the very beginning, I was is it visible? My screen is visible, sir?
Yes, yes.
Yes. We can see the slides.
Yeah,
Yes, we can see it.
Yeah.
Picture also,
But
photo also.
yes. From the very beginning, I was able to start the video, but don't know why it's not opening now.
It's okay, madam. Yeah, you can continue. Yes, please continue.
Yes. And yes. About this Jagannatha Ashtakam, it is composed by Jagadguru Adi Sankaracharya in the prayer of Lord Jagannatha. Jagannatha, the very word signifies that Jagatah Natha, means who is the Lord of this whole universe. And he is mostly he is the form of he is a Vaishnavite deity, and his worship is done in the temple according to Vaishnavism, according to Shrotriya, according to Vedic, Tantric, and Vaishnavic rites. It's a mixed type of worship. It is going on in the temple, both Smarta, Srauta, Smarta, and Tantra. And during the time when he becomes ill, for 15 days before Ratha Yatra or Car Festival, the worship is done by the tribals. First, as the history tells us, he was first worshipped as Nilamadhava. Nilamadhava was worshipped by Vishwavasu, who is the king of the Savaraj. Savara is a tribal race, and now the Savaras should get opportunity to worship him after the king has established here a temple, and he is worshipped by the Brahmins and by his devotees. But still the Savaras have their right to worship him. During these 15 days, during the Anavashara period, that is called an Anavashara. No Avashara. Avashara means nobody has nobody has the time to see him. He will be in a closed door for 15 days. He becomes, it is said that he is in fever, and the Savara people, the tribals worship him with the fruits and with the Ayurvedic medicines. And his temple is situated, that's another story, and we will not go to that. We will concentrate upon the Ashtakam, upon the 18th stanzas. And this stotra is in Sikharini meter. It is of 17, not, it is of 17 syllables. Sikharini meter, it is the characteristics of Sikharini meter is like this: Jada purvo harsho bhavati matiman sasthakapara tato varna pancha prakriti sarala syust laghavah trayo anne chopantya sukha vijanata sauksha rasai rudri yasyang bhavati viratihi sa Sikharini. When the first letter in that composition, where the first letter becomes Hraswa, means it has one matra. Kadachit ka is of one matra, and after the sixth letter means first one, and then 5 letters, and after the sixth letter again 5 letters. Again 5 letters becomes Hraswa or of one matra. And when it happens in every quarter of a meter, and when one takes pause, and again the last, not the extreme last one, but before the last one, 3 letters are also of small letters or one matra, means laghu varna we are telling in Sanskrit. That meter becomes Sikharini, and again another condition is there: we have to take pause while reciting it. That is the beauty of the composition. That is the beauty of the composition. When we recite or when we sing the song like this, according to the meter, it is very rhythmic. That the real rhythm we can feel it. And Shankaracharya, the best poet of the world, undoubtedly. He is the great philosopher. He is the avatar of Sankara, Bhagavan Shankara. Then there is no doubt that he is the best philosopher. He is the best poet or kavi. And all the stotras are so beautiful, so beautiful. There is no comparison. And here also we can see that beauty of his composition in this Jagannathastakam. And we have to take pause in the 6th letter, and then at 11th letter, and the whole in a quarter there are 17 letters. Kadachit kalinde tata vipina sangeeta karavo muda bhiri nari vadana kamala swada madhupaha Rama Sambho Brahma Amarapati Gane Sarchita Pado Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathgami Bhavatumi. Yes, the meaning Kadachit, as the composition suggests and the description suggests, we find the meaning that Kadachit, so many meanings are there, but I have done just the Anvaya, means the prose form of this verse, and try to present some lines here. Sometimes at a time, who is the best or famous? Here the word is Sangeetaka. We have to put this word in our mind. The word Sangeetaka means Sitam, Badhyam, Nrityam, named as Sangeetaka. Both the 3 things together are called as Sangeetaka. And who is Sangeetaka Ravaha? Who is doing Rava means the sounder, who is very active in both the things and very famous or best in these three things. Where he was doing all these performances, he was doing in the river of Kalindi Tata. Kalindi Tata, in the river of Kalindi means Yamuna. And Kadachit sometimes or at a time, at the time of Dwapara, in his Krishna Avatara, he was doing all these things. And again, what he was doing at that time, Muda. Muda means with pleasure or with pleasure or with delight. Abhiri Nari. Abhiri, the gopis are called as Abhiri, and Nari, the gopis are here Abhiri Nari. Abhiri Nari Nam Padana Kamalam, the lotus-like face of the gopis. And what he was doing, and it's aswada means it's taste. In which way he was drinking the lotus of the Abhiri Naris like a bee, like a honey bee. And he was happy with that. And he was delightful with that. Means who are inclined to him, the devotees are always inclined to him. Him means the Parabrahma or the Paramatman, and he also ye yatha mam prapadyante tang tathaiva bhajamyaham, as it is said in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. In which way we will call him, or which way we are praying him, he also responds in that way. And this is his benevolence, or this is his compassion for the devotees. And again, Rama, Shambhu, Brahma, Amarapati, Ganesha, all these deities, all these gods. Rama is Lakshmi, and Shambhu, Lord Shiva. Brahma is the creator or Prajapati. Amarapati is Indra. Amarapati is the ruler of the gods. And Ganesha, the first received god. And they are worshipping his lotus feet. They are worshipping his feet, Jagannatha's feet. And who is like this? He, the Lord of the universe, Jagannatha, and Swami, who is my Lord, or who is my protector, may come to the paths of my vision. This is the very, very heartfelt prayer by Adi Shankaracharya. This verse, this last quarter comes in each stanza. Jagannatha Swami Nayanapatagavi Bhavatume. Jagannatha, like this, who is like this in every stanza. The three stanza describes his gunas, and the last one there is prayer. The Jagannatha, who is the Lord Jagannatha, who is like this. He may come to the paths of my vision. He come to the eyesight of me always like this. And the second stanza, am I clear? Am I audible to everybody? And am I?
Yeah, you go. Yes, yeah, very good.
Bhuje sabye venum sirasi sikhipichham tatitate dukulam netrante sahachara kataksham vidadhate sada Srimad Vrindavan vasati leela parichayo Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathgami Bhavatu me. Yaha Bhuje Sabye Venum. One characteristic of him, one attribute of him. Sikhipicham. Again, this is another attribute. And what he is doing? Katita Dukula. Netrante Sahachara Kataksham Vidadhate, who is bearing all these things. Sada Srivad Vrindavana Lila Parichayaha, who is well acquainted with his Leelas of Vrindavan. And this stanza perhaps very clearly identifies Lord Jagannatha with Lord Krishna. Sahaiva Jagannatha Swami me Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu. Here the identification of Lord Jagannath Krishna is very clear. As Vrindavana Leela, Krishna has the Vrindavana Leela, and he who has or who bears flute in his bhuje sabbe, bhuje in his hands, sabbe in the left in the left hand, benum flute, sirasi in his head, Sikhipicham, the feather of the peacock, who is bearing feather of the peacock in his head. Katitati dukulam. Dukulam means he who has his pitambara or the yellow garment in his waist, and netranti in the corner of his eye. He is doing kataksha. Kataksha means a very a glance, but from the corner of his eye. Sahachara kataksham. Sahachara for his people only. That is his kripa. When he is doing kataksha or corner glance, then it is his mercy, it is his compassion upon the deities only who are praying, who are surrendering him to him. He is doing it for them. He gives his kripa in this way, and who is always well acquainted with the leelas or his actions of Vrindavan. He, the Lord of this universe and protector, may come to the paths of my eye always. And we will go for the third stanza. Maham bodhe stire kanakaruchire nila sikhare vashan prashadantah sahaja valabhatrena valina subhadra madhyasthah sakala sura seva vasharado Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatu me. Where he is dwelling, he is the Lord of this universe. He is dwelling each and every nook and corner of this universe. But as we know, we the human beings establish we are giving him any form, and through that form we are worshipping him because we are limited. We are our soul, the Paramatman, is in our in the form of individual soul, limited to our body, and we have to go. We need a medium to worship. If it is Sakara Pujana, or performing the worship through any form. Who are worshipping the Nirakara, that is a different thing. But those who are worshipping the Sakara Pujana or worshipping any form, we are going worshipping through a medium, that is the Murtis, or that is the icons of Lords. Then he is situated in this land as from among the four dhamas. It is Jagannath Dham is one among them, and it is situated where it is situated and how it is how its beauty is. It is described in this stanza. Mahambodhe tire. It is in the shore of Mahambodhi. Mahambodhi, that is the ocean. Bay of Bengal. He is situated in the shore of Bay of, the temple is situated in the shore of Bay of Bengal. Kanaka Ruchire. Ruchira means the beauty or the dazzling beauty, that is like that is golden. It is golden. And Neela Sikhare. The temple is situated in a mountain. Perhaps there was a mountain which was known as the Blue Mountain or Neela Parvata. That is Neeladri, Neela Sikhara, Neela Achala. Achala means that is Parvata, another synonym of Parvata or mountain. And it is Sikhare. It's atop the mountain. The temple is built. but in the changes, geographical changes, it may be, it is not here now, it is a mountain. But it is said that in so many places, and this place is Nila Kshetra, Nila Shaila is known in these terms also. With whom he is situated, he is Sahaja. Sahaja means Sahajataha Yaha Saha, who is who has taken bath with him. He is Balabhadra, his elder brother Sahaja Balabhadrena, his younger brother is Balabhadra. Here Bala is his power, and Bhadra, which is auspicious. He is with his brother, who symbolizes auspicious power, and Balina, who is again mightiest. Balabhadra is again mightiest. Here one thing we may correlate. Balabhadra's Ayudhas is a plow. Why he is he has a plow as his Ayudha? Because before bowing the seeds, we have to cultivate the lands, and it makes the land prosperous. So before going for the Jagannatha's bliss, to getting the or for the devotion of Jagannatha, our hearts should be plowed by Balabhadra, or the Bala, or it is symbolizes like that, and after that only we can bow the seed of devotion. And Subhadra, Bhadra means auspicious. She is the female divinity, and Shu means very auspicious, female divinity. And he sits here. Subhadra Madhyastha. Subhadra Madhyastha Yasya Saha. It is in Bahupriya Samasha, and between these two brothers, their sister Subhadra is situated. Prashadantaha. Prashada is their abode, or their palace, and their palace is their temple. That is Sri Mandira. It is told as Sri Mandira, Bada Devula in our Odia language, it is told that everything here, the Bada means great. Great is used before Bada Danda means the grand road, and Bada Devula means the big temple. In all these words, here people are using Bada, means big or huge. And Bashan, he is residing, or he is situated. Sakala Shura Sheva Avasharadaha. He is giving chances to each and every gods for service. Here it is told that in the very Brahma Muhurta, or in the very early morning, all the deities come in very in Shukma Rupa, in a very subtle manner, they are coming to Lord Jagannatha, to see Lord Jagannatha. And before his last ritual at night, before we are saying that it is Pahada. Pahada means that the god is going or preparing for a sleep. Really, he is not sleeping, but all the human activities are performed here for as if he is a member of our family, or he is with us, like this. All these things are here in the temple. It is done here, and before that, he is beautifully decorated with flowers, and he is going to sleep. And why beautiful flower is given, and he is decorated with beautiful flowers, only flowers, before going to sleep? Because it is said that at night the gods are coming to him, and they will visit him in this form and in this beauty. It is said like this. And in who is like this, who sits with his all-powerful brother Balabhadra and Devi Subhadra, and Devi Subhadra is situated in between these two brothers, and inside their palace, that is Sri Mandira. And where it is, the Mandira is placed, it is Nila Parvata, blue mountain, splendid with the golden color, at the seashore of the Bay of Bengal. And he gives chances to all gods to serve. And the Lord of who is like this, he, the Lord of this universe, Jagannatha and protector, may come before the path of my vision. And the fourth stanza, कृपापारावारः सजल जलद श्रेणिरुचिरो रमावाणी रामः स्फुरदमलपद्मेक्षणमुखः सुरेन्द्रैराराध्यः श्रुतिगणशिखोद्गीतचरितो जगन्नाथः स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे यः कृपापारावारः who is merciful like an ocean and who is so compassionate, full of compassion. There is no limit to his compassion for his devotees, as the ocean has no limit. And Sajala Jalad Sreni Ruchira. Ruchira means beauty, and his beauty is like the newly appeared clouds in the sky with full of waters or water vapors. That means he is very dark blue in color, and it seems his color is black, but they very dark blue and heavy. They, as the newly appeared clouds are heavy with water vapors, therefore it looks like dark blue. And he is full with mercy and full of a ocean of mercy and limitless mercy he has. And so his beauty is looking like a very dark or a very dark blue. And who is Rama Vani Ramaha? Rama is Lakshmi, Vani is Saraswati, and Ramaha Aramaha Alhadadayaka. Rama Ram Anande Ram Hlade iti Aramaha. He is Rama. Here I is not there. Only Ramaha, who is blissful or who is giving bliss to Lakshmi and Saraswati. Means he is the bliss for wealth and knowledge. And Spurad Amala Padme Kshanamukhaha. Spurad means fully blossomed. Amala means spotless. Padma is lotus. Ikshanamukhaha is always seeing each and observing each and everybody in this universe. Ikshanamukha, he has no eyelids. His eyes are too big. And his eyes are opened, and therefore who has a spotless, fully blossomed lotus-like face or eyes. And again, Surendrehi Aradhya. Sura are the gods, and Indrehi, the rulers of the gods, or the gods and their ruler are worshipping him. Shruti Gana Sikha. Shruti Gana Sikha has, it is Shruti Gana Sikha, if you will take it one word, then it will have the meaning as Upanishads. Shruti Gana means Veda Gana, and its Sikha means its essence, or the end or essence, that is Upanishads. Upanishads are eulogizing his gunas, or eulogizing his characteristics or his attributes. Or otherwise, we may say that the Upanishads are following the Vedas. Therefore, we may say, and whose glories are eulogized by the Vedas and the Upanishads, he who is like this may come to the path of my eyes always. And again, the fifth stanza, it is regarding his car festival, Ratha Jatra. The first line signifies it. रथारूढ़ो गच्छन् पथि मिलित भूदेव पटले स्तुति प्रादुर्भावम् प्रतिपदमुपाकर्ण्य सदयः दया सिन्धुर्वन्धुः सकल जगत्तां सिन्धुसुतया जगन्नाथः स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे। यह रथारूढ़, who is upon his chariot, and the name of his chariot is Nandi Ghosha. And who is upon his chariot Nandi Ghosha, what he is doing, he is he goes once a year from Sri Mandira to Gundicha Mandira. Gundicha is the name of the queen, and with his commemoration, he is going to that temple, which is situated within 3 kilometers from his main temple to that temple. It is 3 kilometers. And that road is known as Badaganda, the Grand Road. And Ratharudha Gachan, Pathi means in the road, on the road, Milita Bhudeva Patalehi. Why the group of Bhudeva means the Brahmanas. Patalehi by their groups. Milita togetherly. Togetherly, the groups of the Brahmins are doing the stuti or the stotras to him. And Pradurbhavam, stuti, and they are reciting Pratipadam. And he is listening each and every pada means term of their stuti or their prarthana. Upakaranya. Upakaranya, upasharga, upa suffix, prefix is used to denote the nearness. As he is upon the road, the group of the Brahmins are reciting the stotras, and he is listening from coming close to him, or he is listening very keenly about it. And again, he becomes merciful with it. And he listens each and every term of them. Daya Sindhu, he is the ocean of mercy. And Sindhu Sutaya, his wife or consort is Lakshmi, who is the daughter of this ocean. Sindhu Sutaya, Sakala Jagatam Bandhu, he is the friend, real friend, or eternal friend of this each and everybody, everyone of this universe. Sakala Jagatam Bandhu, Esaha. Yaha, who is like this, this Jagannatha Swami may come to the paths of my eyes. And this is very beautiful as the third stanza, third quarter, Daya Sindhur Bandhu, Sakala Jagatam Sindhu Sutaya. He is Daya Sindhu. And again, the eternal friend of each and everybody with Lakshmi. Means if we are praying him, we have Lakshmi also. Again, sorry, the sixth one, Paro, it is Parabrahma. Some people read it as a Parabrahma, but not it is Parabrahma. There is so many discussions about it. It is Paro Baraha Pidah. Paro Baraha Pidah. Kuvalaya Dalot Fallanayano Nivashi Niladro. Nihita Charano Nanta Sirasi Rashanando Radha Sarasabapura Lingana Sukho Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatumi. Ya Paraha. Paraha means Para and Apara Vidyas are they are described in the Upanishads, in the Mundak Upanishad. Paraha means the eternal, the highest, the ultimate goal, the Parabrahma. The very word Para is Para has these meanings. And Baraha Pidaha. Baraha means Baraha, the feather of the peacock. And who is Pidaha, who is decorating himself with the feather of the peacock. And Kubalaya Dala Utfalla Nayanaha. Somewhere it is meaning it is a full blossomed blue lily. Somewhere it is described like this, and somewhere the meaning is like this, whose eyes are extremely big due to his fighting with the Kubalaya elephant. Kubalaya elephant was appointed by Kansa before the Rangamancha, where Krishna and Balaram had gone. And before entering to that Rangamancha, they have to face that Kubalaya elephant, who was a mad elephant, and very he is mad and very vicious. And they have first they have to fight with that elephant, and after that they able to enter that Rangamancha where they where they had killed Kansa. And due to fighting with that Kubalaya elephant, whose eyes are so big, and that is here we find in the as the eyes of Lord Jagannatha, and who resides now in this blue mountain, Nila Adri. Adri means mountain, and Ananta Shirashi. Lord Jagannath has no hands, no foots, and his form is not a fully developed form. He has no hands and feet. Where his foots, where his feet is situated in the head of Ananta. Ananta, who is who is bearing this whole universe or Prithvi. And where is his body, and why his body is like this, and he is so delightful and so delighted by embracing the body of blissful body of Radharani or Radhaji, so that his form is like this, or his form is a mingled form of Radha and Krishna both. Therefore, he is like this. It is said in this, Rashanando Radha Sharashabapura Alingana Shukha. He is delightful, or he blissful, extremely blissful form is this. And who is like this? The Lord Jagannatha and Swami may come to the path of my vision every day. And again, we have the 6th, then 7th stanza. I have it. The 7th one. Nave yache rajyam nacha kanaka manikya vibhavam. Nave yache rajyam nacha kanaka manikya vibhavam. Nayache ham ramyam nikhila janakamyam baravadhum. Sadayache kale प्रमथपतिना गीतचरितो जगन्नाथः स्वामी नयनपथगामी भवतु मे. Neither I pray for a kingdom, Rajyam, nor the gold and gem-like wealth, na Kanaka Manikyam. Never I pray for beautiful and best bride, Baravadhum. Bara Sreshta or best, Vadhu means bride or a wife, which is usually wished by each and who is usually everyone wishes like this, but I don't wish these things. But I am begging from him. I am begging Sada, every time I beg before him the prayers by Lord Shiva, as Shiva is the foremost and first deity, foremost and first devotee of Lord Vishnu. Pramathapati, Pramatha means the attendants of Lord Shiva during his destruction of the sacrifice of Daksha sacrifice. When he was in his Bhairava Rupa, when he went to destroy the sacrifice of Daksha, nine attendants were there, as it is said in the Puranas, and they are known as Pramatha, and Lord Shiva is their Lord. Therefore, Shiva is known as Pramathapati, and Pramathapatina by Pramathapati, by Lord Shiva, Gita Charitaha, whose the prayers done by Lord Shiva. I need those prayers. Always I may do those prayers always as Lord Shiva is doing. Jagannatha Swami, who is the Lord, who is always prayed by Lord Shiva. I pray him to be in the eyesight of me always. And the last one is a direct approach to the Lord, and directly he is addressed here. Haratvam sansaram drutataram shurapate, haratvam papanam vitatimaparam, haratvam sansaram drutataram surapate, haratvam papanam vitatimaparam Yadavapate. अहो दीने नाथे निहित चरणो निश्चित पदम जगन्नाथः स्वामी नयन पथगामी भवतु मे. हे Surapate, O the Lord of the gods, and he is the Lord of gods, Pitaras and Manusyas, all, and as he is the Lord of this universe. Tvam Drutataram Asaram Sansaram Hara, please eradicate this useless and unimportant material world from me. Hey Jadavapate, or the ruler, sorry, it is ruler of the Jadavas, please abolish this burden of sins from me. And oh Lord, your feet is for the poor, it is for Dina. Your feet is for the Dinas and for the Anathas, where whose Lord is Lord Jagannatha, and if you are my Lord, or you are the Lord of all the devotees, then no one can be shelterless or anath, or and who the Lord, who is like this, please come to the eyesight of me for every time. And this is the last stanza where Lord Jagannatha is directly addressed by Adi Sankaracharya. We may say, according to the Niruktam one Vedanga, when we describe any mantra or any stuti indirectly, that is parokshakrita mantra, parokshakrita. And when we use this tvam or all these things, it is pratyakshakrita. And here Adi Sankaracharya directly approaches Lord Jagannatha by addressing him, Hey Surapate, Hey Jadavapate, Aho means oh Lord, and please give us or bless us, please give these boons to me, and you may come to the eyesights of me every day and every time, always. And the Phalashruti, last one, Jagannathastakam punyam yah pathet prayatah suchihi sarva pap vishuddhatma visnulokam sagachati, who with efforts makes himself or herself pure internally and externally and reads this auspicious Jagannathastakam, becomes free from all sins, and with all purity he goes to Visnuloka, that is the abode of Lord Vishnu. And as Jagannatha is eulogized as the form of Lord Vishnu, and first of all, it is a place of Lord Nrsimha, and after that, after the form of after the Indradyumna episode, this form comes to be worshipped here, and this form is established by Adi Sankaracharya also. It is as the history and as the Kimbadantis say. It is this form of Lord Jagannatha is established by Adi Sankaracharya here. And Adi Sankaracharya, some books, there are some books, most of the Bengali books or Ramakrishna Mission books, it is said that this sloka is composed by Sri Chaitanya, but not Sri Chaitanya. It is originally composed by Jagadguru Adi Sankaracharya. And Sri Chaitanya recited it later with Adi Sankaracharya. When Chaitanya was so merged with these stanzas with the bhava that his hand it is there in the near Garuda Stamba, in one place the fingerprints of his hands are there also. Chaitanya, he was reciting these stanzas of by Adi Sankaracharya, and may Lord Jagannath bless us all with all prosperity, health, knowledge, bliss, and enlightenment to achieve him in our final journey of this life. Pranamas to all of you, and my heartfelt gratitude to Prabhakar Shah, who has given me as a guru, and Lord Jagannath's wish. If there is anything, I am offering it to before his lotus feet. With this, I remain here.
Thank you very much for a wonderful, sweet rendering by you and evoking lot of bhakti. We felt when you are reciting, we are in the Garbhagudi or the temple of Jagannatha, visualizing the Jagannatha Swarupas together with Balarama and Subhadra Devi. And now you have been able to explain the entire 8 slokas, which are very much covering the Vedantic spirit. And because Shankara is a great Vedantin, at the same time mundane, but ultimately his aim is to introduce a kind of Vairagya, which Vairagya will enable us to go to Vishnu Loka, the Vaikuntha, the better lokas, because all the other lokas are not wanted by us. So that Shankaracharya has done a wonderful job. So when Yogamba is talking, when Yogamaya is talking, I was trying to compare how the Deva Stotras and Devi Stotras go, and what kind of comparisons could be there. But for example, I was thinking here that Shankaracharya prompts us to not to aspire for a best spouse and try to have some kind of elevation. But in Durga Saptasati, Markandeya Puranam, there we have, when we are making prayer to Durga, there's Bharyam Manoramam Dehi Sila So look at the contrasting picture between Markandeya Maharshi and Shankaracharya of contemporary times. Because, I mean, just that is one thought that came to me, that of course we ask for Sila Vrittanusarini, that is really thing, but Bharyam Manoramam Dehi. And also in Durga Sahasranamam, whenever you think of her, we have got an expression Satsantana Pradayini. Not only she blesses good wife and also gives good children, prosperous children. So this is the kind of bodha that we are able to get from Devi Stotras. But when we turn to Jagannatha Ashtakam or Mukundamala Stotram or any such Devata Stotra, Deva Stotras, we see that we don't want this kind of Vairagyam, isn't, because Vairagyam eva bhayam drunam. So in this Jagannatha Ashtakam, ultimately Shankaracharya wants to impress upon us that I don't want Rajyam, I don't want Kanakamanis, I don't want samsaric attachments, but I want only your worship to your feet, and I want to come directly to your abode. And then when once I come to your abode, no return, na punaravritti, yatra gatva, na punaravritti, na punaravritti. Because having taken the human birth, we are all to work for, not to return. We should only purchase one-way ticket, not return ticket. But that's why even in Bhagavad Gita, I was just remembering so many things. Krishna also tells Uttarayanam and Dakshinayanam. Those people who die in Uttarayanam as a Mahayogi, he will not come back. He will be there with Krishna, he will go to Krishna and he will not be sent out. But in Dakshinayanam, then it's a more darkness, more negativity, more night and all that. So one has to come back again to this earth. So we have lots of bodha that has been introduced to us, and the choice is left on our table. That's most important we have got. What kind of life you want to have when you are given a span of life, some decades, 100 decades is a standard. Samanam bhavatu. When 100 decades are being given to us, how you should manipulate, manage, and then say that fructification. And ultimately, our Shankaracharya tells you in the last that Vishnu Lokam Prayachati. To go to Vishnu Loka, what is the primary condition is Sarva Papa Visuddhatma. We have to become Shuddha, being washed of all sins. And even if some sins are sticking to us, even though by the grace of the God, that God will try to erase all that sins and make you absolutely pure and take up. In Mukundamala, say Acharya also tells you that, no, Baba, the birth is a problem because there is a punyam and papam, both are together. Punyam, Punya Papa Vivardhini, Punya, Punya Phala Pradayini, all these problems came up. So we don't want Punya Phala or Papa Phala or anything, but we want a completely emancipation. So for that, here also said that we have got to get rid of all these sins and become clean. And we cannot become clean at all in this birth because the human body is like that. Yeah. But you try your best to clean up yourself as far as possible. Clean baby like. So then God will take hold and take you to Pravishna Lokam. So this is a very interesting thing that we can have a really a comparative look at Deva Stotras and Devi Stotras. And the same Shankaracharya has written so many other stotras also. But the Munde, that's why Iha Sukham, Anyatra Sukham. Ihaloke Sukham and Paraloke. But in this particular Jagannatha Ashtakam, we see that absolutely he doesn't talk about the mundane life, but whatever it is like, but he impresses upon us the bhakti, that which is a mokshadayakam, and it is a direct. So in order to infuse bhakti in us, he uses the sloka Hara 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 Hara. We always say Hara Hara Mahadeva Shambho. So Mahadeva Shambhu also is included in appreciating the power and grace and Shakti and Mahat of Jagannatha. So the very word Jagannatha is such a. So in fact, when I visited first time Puri Jagannath temple, and it was such a big rush, we had to rush ourselves. We had not had full darshan because people are pushing, and the area was a little small in that temple. But anyway, we could have darshan of that, and I was thinking, how at all? Then suddenly I happened to meet somebody who wrote a book on Jagannatha Swami Nayana Pathagami Bhavatume, and that was the title of the book. He presented that book to me and asked me to give comments, and so long years back, I don't remember, but I have the book in my house, not here in Bangalore, in our Vedadhyana Kendra, and so that means there's so much of elucidation of the concept of Jagannatha, the work of Jagannatha, the Mahima of Jagannatha, and all that. And I had the unique opportunity when my son Anjaneya Prasad was in Ohio, Columbus, doing his PhD and further. There was the Puri Maharaja came, Puri king. I forgot his name, probably Aramba will be telling me the name.
Yes, it's Maharaj Divya Singh Dev. Divya Singh Dev.
Yes, that Puri king Divya Singh had come. He delivered a talk on Puri Jagannatha and the origin and how the Daru or the wooden idols of Jagannatha became so important. It was said that, I remember he told that those wooden idols were found in the ocean and they are just coming out of the thing. And somebody got the dream that they had to pick up the wooden idols of Jagannatha and Subhadra Devi and Balarama. Yeah, so those three have been picked up and put worship. So thereby the speciality of that wooden Jagannatha Swami Swarupam is so powerful. And secondly, as I understand, Jagannatha Ratham takes place during the Ashadha Masa first days, and then they will prepare 3 rathas for 3 cars for these 3 deities, and fresh. They will not keep it stocking or parking anywhere. They will just build up. So many carpenters will come and they build 3 rathas, and lakhs of people will be there to pull the Jagannatha Rathaya. So Jagannatha Ratha, thousands of people join. It was a great spiritual upliftment that people felt to at least to hold the ropes of the Jagannatha Rathams and then pull it in the streets. The street is also very wide, leading to the temple. And therefore, at that time, all shops closed and the only road is filled with a sea of people. Sea of people, I say now. So all of them have that Ratha Yatra. So all this kind of grandeur is live right from a very long time. So when I remember Paramba Yogamaya, whom I used to casually talk and such. So it was a long gap. Then I asked her, Ma, can you just speak about Sotra Bodha? Then she was putting a pen in the mouth or so, thinking, suddenly she said, oh, Jagannathashtakam, sir, by Sankara, I want to. So that kind of proposition is fulfilled today, soon after our Dasara or the Dhara Utsav and Devi Navaratris are done. Now Mahavishnu or Vishnu Preeti only, no? We have worshipped the Adishakti Swarupini for 9 nights. And so we are really on Dwadasi day. Moreover, today I think is Dwadasi, very sweet. And our Jita ji is there. She will say which Dwadasi it is. Some Purushottama Dasi or something like that. Because she is fond of the Ekadasi names and Vratas and all that.
Papa Ankusha.
Oh, look, very
Papa
good.
Ankusha. And I'm glad Dr. Yogamaya mentioned seeds, because Ankusha is seed, to remove the seeds of wrongdoing and sow seeds of devotion. Thank you.
Yeah, beautiful.
Thank you. Beautiful talk.
So, Pasha Ankusha and Ankusha is the Bija Ankusha. That Ankusha is an instrument, so like screwdriver. Without screwdriver, we cannot operate anything. So like that. So today we remember the Dwadasi day, and Mari people, especially Madhvas, are doing Parana. Yesterday Ekadasi. Yesterday we had one couple, Madhva couple. Whole day they were Ekadasi. Sir, tomorrow Dwadasi, I will try to listen to Paramba's lecture. And that's what he promised, a management professor in Chicago University. Anyway, so today is a wonderful day, Paramba Yogamaya, and your parents have given a wonderful place. Beyond Yogamaya, only Paramba is there. So to reach Paramba, we have to cross over the Yogamaya. The ship for that is only the Jagannathashtakam. So thank you very much. Now I request K.S. Bhatt to offer some comments, and if Rita ji also has got something to offer, welcome, madam. Yes, Bhatt is on.
Am I visible, Guruji?
Yeah, you are visible, and your slide also visible, and Jagannatha also visible with his sister and brother.
Okay, Pranam Guruji. Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. Today I am really impressed. One thing is, morning I could attend a program, which is a release of a great holy book, and Bhagavatam at Guruji's place, my first visit. And today is Dwadashi, and also Dr. Paramba Shri Yogamaya ji. She has done a wonderful talk on Jagannathashtakam. Jagannatha is Lord Krishna. His birth is on Ashtami, 8, and the 8 is very significant. My date of birth is also 8.
So you are here.
Yeah, and the family where I am born, and I am from Rigvedi, and this Puri is Jagannatha. This place is very famous for Rigveda, because Adi Shankaracharya, he wanted to protect Dharma within this country, and he has ensured that there are four mathas, and those 4 mathas are the north up is Jyotipitha, that is Badrikashrama, and that is Atharva Veda, and Dwaraka is Sharada Pitha, it's in the west, and Govardhana Puri is in Puri, that is Rigveda. I am from Rigvedi, and Sringeri Sharada Pitham is the south, that is Yajurveda. Madam, I am really impressed the way you are singing, your bhava, and you are from Oriya, and everything was very natural. And the way that Sanskrit, your knowledge and your communication skills, and also the theme, what you wanted to communicate, essence, that is nothing but bhakti. And that is the reason the Puri is a place which is having both bhakti and also for jnanam. Jnanam is Shankaracharya and bhakti is from Vaishnavis. Both are there in one place. India is great, and this particular Puri place is also wonderful, and it is great. Shankaracharya in Viveka Chudamani, he says, the second shloka, Jantunam narajanma durlabhamataha punstam tato viprata tasmat vaidika dharma marga tarata vidvat tasmat param atmanatma vivechanam swanubhavo brahmatmana samstitihi muktirno shatakoti janma sukritaihi punyair vina labhyate. Which means getting that manava janma itself, we need so many janmas. After janma, we get this manava janma. And in the manava janma, it's very durlabham, but we are already there. And that too, we are all in the direction of understanding these Vedas, the spiritual knowledge, through all these gurus, Madhvacharya, Ramanujacharya, Shankaracharya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and so many people, great people. And in their direction, we are all together. This is our punyam. Vidvat, the Vidvat is flowing here. And Atmanatma Vivechanam Swanubhavo Brahmatmana Samstitaha. Atma and Anatma related Chintana is going on. And today you have explained very nicely. And this is what Muktirno Shatakoti Janma Sukrutaihi Punyair Vina Labhyate. That means for our ultimate goal is Mukti. Mukti is, that is end of all these cycles, Punarapi Jananam, Punarapi Maranam. And when we come out of that, that is nothing but Mukti. And you have very nicely explained this one through the Bhakti route. And when Bhakti reaches that end, we are there with the Vishnu Pada. We are reaching the Vishnu Pada. This is what the essence which you have communicated today. And other thing is, you have nicely explained about Shrauta, Smarta, Tantra related one. And Sikharani meter, which I was not aware. Very nicely explained Sikharani meter. That to put all this knowledge, which has come from Shankaracharya through Ashtakam, and in a nicer way, such a nice way, he has put it. And you have explained, that was something which I cannot forget it in my life. And it clearly says, Jagannatha Swami Nayatan Patagami Bhavatume, which means, may that Jagannatha Swami, he be my vision wherever my eyes goes. That means in Bhakti, I am not supposed to think anything other than that my Supreme Lord, Jagannatha. If I think that, we say that sometimes we are by Janma Papi and all that. The Papi means, as per spiritual language, if you divert your mind, which is not in that particular point, then it is called a Papam. So we always try to bring our manas, our mind, into that where always our manas is there. That's the reason we say Kala Sandhya we do it, Stotra we do, Bhajans we do. There are so many things. So Jagannath Ashtakam here is so supreme. And I was going through the website and I saw so many great people completely in Bhakti, they were singing this one. And while chanting, they forget themselves and they reach that, the mental peace to the highest level. Just for, I have maybe another 5 minutes, I would like to just cover some 2-3 things which I understood about this place. The first one is about the history. Second one is about 2 shlokas I will try to cover. The history says, the Puri Jagannatha temple, it is a form of Sri Krishna, Odisha. This is rebuilt from 10th century by Eastern Ganga dynasty. The king is Ananta Varman, and it is year 1150 AD. Ganga dynasty, they have started this Ratha Yatra. It's a very famous annual Ratha Yatra. Ratha Yatra is nothing but chariot festival, temple. It is there in almost temple car. And there are 3 deities here, Balabhadra, Subhadra, and Jagannatha. Jagannatha it's made out of wood, it's not stone. It's replaced once in 12 or 19 years. And this temple is Vaishnava tradition is followed here. Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Vallabhacharya associated with this temple very closely. That too, Ramanujacharya established one Emar Mutt and Adi Shankara established Govardhan Mutt. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu lived here for 24 years. He is attracted to the deity and he lived there. And also they believe Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was every day singing this. He was with the God and through this Jagannath Ashtakam. That is Shankaracharya Jagannath Ashtakam, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reciting every day. Just imagine how is that two great gurus, they brought this so live. And the food, the Naivedya 6 times a day is served here, offered to the God and served. And Ratha Yatra is in the Ashada Masa, as our Guruji said. It's a rainy season. It's in June, July. And Ratha is going for about 3 kilometers. It's a huge Ratha and a huge wheel and wooden structure. And it is every year newly built. The height of the Ratha is 45 feet and 35 square. And it takes about 2 months to build this Ratha. So Gajapati king, Kalinga kingdom, he, along with the broom, he's having that broom with the golden this one handle. And there is a tradition that he will, through bhakti, he will initially start sweeping the entire that road. And after that only this Ratha Yatra will start. This is referred in Brahma Purana, Padma Purana, Skanda Purana. I think as you are aware, all our temples attacked by, invaded by so many unwanted, I can say, people. In that, the Mughal period, that's 18th century, 18th century Aurangzeb. He has, I think it is 1692, he has invaded so many number of times, and he made this temple to completely stop. He said, if you don't stop the temple, then there will be consequences. So there are 18 times they have invaded, and 1692, the temple is almost closed, and again 1707, it is reopened. And in the 18th century, during all these problems, the king, he is Ram Singh of Jaipur, he is again started the Rath Yatra. And the temple is open from, I think most of the time, that morning 5 AM till midnight. That's the maximum time frame is available for bhaktas to visit. This is about the temple history. Now coming to Jagannatha Ashtakam related, it says very clearly, Jagannatha Swami Nayanapatagami Bhavatume. That means he, the Lord of universe and a protector of this universe, may come to the paths of my vision. Whenever, whatever I see, I would like to see only Jagannath Swami. The option available for us is wherever we see, we don't see other than this Maha, I can say, our own, the God. So it is Vishnu or it is Sarvantaryami, that is Bhagavanta. So that is what is the last line of each and every eight shlokas. What attracted to me in this today's this talk is that it's about shloka number 3. That is about, it says about, I'll go to shloka number 3. At shloka number 3 says, Mahambodhe Stire Kanaka Ruchire Neela Shikhare Vasanmasadanta Sahaja Balabhadrena Balina Subhadra Madhyastha Sakalasura Seva Avasarado Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatume. This shloka, it says that Sakala Sur Seva Avasaradu. That means this place is very special for giving sevas. That means a human being can come here and he can give seva. Now look at Krishna, Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna, he is in Badrinath, he is called Narayana. And in Badrinath, he is taking bath. And he is a Dwarakadisha. Dwarakadisha is, he is completely decorated with the gold and sandalwood and all that. He is fantastic with respect to when you look at him with the Pitambara and all that. And in the third is Jagannatha Puri. He is taking seva, he is eating. I told you that 6 times the prasadam, we offer puja to him with all that. So he is eating seva and he expects more and more seva from devotees. He gives opportunity for people to give seva. Then fourth, after eating, what he will do? He will go and sleep in the Srirangam. That is what Srirangam is sleeping. And then what about money? And money is there in Tirupati. He gets lot of money. So this for Vaishnavas, Badrinath Narayana, Dwaraka Krishna, Jagannatha Puri, and Srirangam, and then Tirupati. These 5 places important for all of us. And other thing, what is important here is bhava. All these 5 times he is having different bhavas. We should enjoy that bhava. When you go to Jagannath Puri, try to offer seva and you will get complete seva Vishnupada. Then other thing is Jagannath Puri, another important thing is there is Audarya, it is Daya, and Madhurya and Aishwarya. These are the things which are there in one place. Why it is called Puri? Puri is called Paramapurusha. Whenever there is a Paramapurusha, ultimate Bhagavanta is there. Wherever he sleeps, wherever he is, it's called Puri. For example, Kanchi Puri, Ayodhya Puri, Kashi Puri, Dwaraka Puri, Jagannath Puri, like that. There are some people with the name Madhavapuri. Madhavapuri is nothing but that is that Bhakta's name. So inside his heart, Madhava is always there. That is called, and many people they call the name Madhavapuri. This is about shloka number 3 I like. And shloka number 4. Shloka number 4 says, Kripa para vara sujala jalada shreni ruchiro ramavani somas puradamala padmodbhavamukhaihi surendrai raradhya shrutigana shikhagi tacharito Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me. Can you see Ramavani, second line? Ramavani means he is following Lakshmi Devi and Saraswati together. So he just follows. Lakshmi is for wealth and Saraswati is for knowledge. He just follows these 2 Devis. And those who are offering seva, he gives both wealth and knowledge. That is the belief here. That is shloka number 4 related. Other one is shloka number 5. This one. So shloka number 5 says, Ratharudo Gacchanpati Milita Bhudeva Patalaihi Sutir Pradurbhavam Pratipada Mupakarnya Sadayaha Daya Sindurbandhu Sakala Jagatam Sindhu Sutaya Jagannatha Swami Nayana Patagami Bhavatu Me Ratharudho Gacchanna Milita, which means when Ratharuda, he is Ratharuda, he is in the Ratha, that is chariot, and then he is moving. That time it says one place Bhudeva, that means Bhakta. We use the word Brahmana. That means Brahmana means when with the Brahmajnana he becomes Brahmana or Bhakta. When Bhakta, we use the word Matra Devo Bhava, Pitra Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, like that. So this Bhakta, when the chariot moves, this is the place for offering, right? What we are offering? We offer, when the chariot moves, we offer puja, bhajans, and all that we do. So in the history, it's also, I think, published in British journals and all that. Many a times when such a huge ratha, when it moves, it suddenly stops, doesn't move further. And during that time, there is one clear story is there. It is during Aurangzeb time. There was one person, his name